Yo, episode 27, man. Continuing our NBA series, just kind of doing like a review of the offseason, slight preview this upcoming season. Just jump right back into it. Last episode, we had covered, I believe, the Warriors, Grizzlies, and Kings. This episode, we jump right into it, man. So we remember how the Warriors last year in the first round beat the Rockets in a grueling 7-game series. But then lost to this next team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, led by Anthony Edwards and the crew. Last year, the T-Wolves finished 49-33. They lost to Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals. They drafted a center from France. I'm not really familiar with his game, but probably had like a big impact on the team this upcoming year. They lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Luka Garza, and Josh Minot. They didn't sign anybody. Nobody knew. They did give extensions to Naz Reid, Joe Ingles, and Julius Randle. So last year, the T-Wolves, it was a little interesting because we picked the Lakers to beat them. Lakers got steamrolled. If Rudy Gobert had like an all-time game against the Lakers, then we both picked the Warriors against the Timberwolves. It was like, hey, they got to prove us wrong again. And then Steph Curry gets injured game 1, and then Timberwolves, they won games 2 through 5. And then in the Western Conference Finals, they lost to the eventual NBA champs, man. What was your take on the Timberwolves last year? A lot of people thought they were going to fall off after trading Karl-Anthony Towns. They made it right back in the Western Conference Finals with and without Towns.
So all the technicalities aside, I mean, they didn't lose a step technically from losing Karl-Anthony Towns. I was one of those people that thought they were kind of tripping. Replacing Karl-Anthony Towns with Julius Randle, I just didn't see like where he would, kind of not gassing Karl-Anthony Towns too much. I just didn't see where Julius Randle playing beside Anthony Edwards would do more for them than Karl-Anthony Towns playing beside Edwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, without the technicalities, they made it back to right. They didn't skip a beat, so I guess the only way is up for them. But this next year is going to be really interesting. Health is always a big question. They should still be right back around top of the pack. Honestly, I mean, they might have dropped some games throughout the season too, so they could win more games next season. Like I don't really see them losing much more, but again, the West is tight. I don't know around that 1 to 3 seed. I mean, not even just 1 to 3, maybe like 1 to 8. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Not sure where they'll be seated.
Yeah, last year the T-Wolves, they started off kind of rocky too. So the fact that they had that rocky start, because for a lot of part of the year, they were really kind of hovering around like that ninth seed. So the fact that it went from that to being all the way up to the, I think the 6th seed, not nothing. Maybe a year of having continuity. You're like, all right, cool. Like Towns is actually gone. He's been gone for a year now. And because Edwards started the year, like last year, shoot like a lot of threes. And granted, he maintained a pretty high volume pace, but maybe now a year with that new offense, like strictly surrounding him. Maybe Julius Randle's more comfortable now. Maybe somebody else could, because I remember they drafted Rob Dillingham out of Kentucky, a guy that I wasn't high on. And I was like, if they're really expecting this guy to give them productive minutes, they're going to be in trouble. But granted, he didn't. Maybe this year, Mike Conley's a year older. Maybe Rob Dillingham can finally take some of that minutes at point guard. But for them, it's going to be Anthony Edwards. Can Anthony Edwards made that leap to being a top 5 guy, which is going to be hard for him to be a top 5 guy next year. If anybody could do it, man, he has dog in him. So
Yeah,
we'll see what the Timberwolves do.
Anthony Edwards was nice for sure, man. I just think though with him, I don't know if like people have kind of like crowned him too soon, but I mean, I guess not soon enough. What year is he in?
Down to 2020. So
Okay,
this would be year 5,
six,
technically. Like
year
season
5.
6, year 5.
Season 6, year 5. I mean, yeah, I guess no excuses then to get the time frames. So, I mean, he should just keep getting better, but I don't know. Timberwolves was a weird team.
This next team, man, LA Clippers last year, 50-32, lost to Denver in a crazy 7-game series because a lot of people had the Clippers winning the series, which through the first 6 games is like, all right, there's no way they're going to lose game 7, but we'll talk about that a little bit. Drafted the center from Penn State. They lost Amir Coffey, Drew Eubanks, and Norman Powell. They added Brad Beal, John Collins, Brook Lopez, and then Clippers all-time legend Chris Paul. So this team on paper, they have the most talent 1 through 10. I'm not saying they have the best player here, the best player at this position, but like just collective talent from 1 through 10, it is the Clippers. I mean, I know people talk about the Thunder and the Rockets, but these guys actually have legitimate Hall of Famers coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool when you have Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe come to the bench, or in Houston, you got a guy like who they got? My man is potentially I'm blanking right now. Number 3 pick in the draft, the sharpshooter. But the Rockets have like a lot of young guys on their bench that I'm blanking right now. But the Clippers potentially having a backcourt, Chris Paul and Brad Beal come on the bench, or Brad Beal starts, and now they're gonna have Chris Paul leading with this like just a random collective guys. so much versatility in this Clippers team, man. They can play big. Like, they can go Harden, Kawhi, John Collins, Zubac, and then just enter a fifth man like Derrick Jones Jr. Or they can run small. They can run guard heavy. It's just a lot of possibility for the Clippers, man. But the Clippers right now they're in a weird case because I know you've seen the headlines about the Kawhi Leonard situation with the in theory he made like $25 million off the court. Like, did you see it was like
Nah,
Kawhi
I ain't
Leonard?
see those headlines. So I'm not gonna lie.
So basically, Kawhi Leonard had this company, and then Steve Ballmer had this company that plant trees. And like, it's a legit tree planting company. Steve Ballmer company gave like a generous amount of money for this company that Kawhi Leonard owns. And it's like there's no like legit work for why this large sum of money was sent to this company that Kawhi Leonard owns. And they're saying that like on top of the contract that the Clippers gave Kawhi to leave the Raptors, he also was like, hey, man, like, take this money on the side. And that if this is true, this could be bad for me. The one, they may avoid Kawhi Leonard's contract. Two, they could be mass suspension on the Clippers organization. They could lose draft picks, heavy fines. I don't really like drama, but it would be really crazy if Kawhi Leonard got, like, just released from the Clippers, like, from the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Over something that happened
that's.
5 years ago.
I can't believe I didn't see this
No,
headline,
7. I
bro.
guess it'd be 6 years ago at this point.
Yeah, I can't believe I never saw this headline, bro. Yeah, I never saw that.
I can't believe nobody's done this earlier. I've always been saying, and now they're looking to Jalen Brunson with the Knicks. And granted, we didn't have this platform when Jalen Brunson signed that deal. You remember when Jalen Brunson signed that extension with the Knicks recently, and it was like, oh, he could have signed for like $100 million more, and he didn't. And I was like, smart move, New York, like wink, wink, give him this contract on the books, but give him all that money like through
On the
another like
side,
avenue. Yeah.
yeah,
So
because
it's hard. $100 million, that's a lot of money to leave on the table, man, for
yeah,
everybody.
but like, I mean, just I guess just like in everyday life, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, like, I mean, just me personally, just a little bit off topic. I mean, I literally received a job offer, back because like I worked for Wendy's when I was younger, bro, and I came to the job through like back in our hometown. Dude was like, hey, he was like, when you gonna come back, man? I was like, bro, I'm not coming back to Wendy's. And he was like, bro, he was like, we'll give you the start pay, like, but he was like, I'll give you some money under the table. And I was like. I was like, I'm not coming back to Wendy's, bro. I just wonder how much money under the table he was gonna give. Cause like, hey, we can make it interesting. That might be what Kawhi Leonard is getting exposed for now in the NBA, and that is drama. I mean, if that spirals into anything crazy with Kawhi Leonard or like suspensions, losing draft picks, that could like completely toast their season. Cause I mean, without that, they got better, in my opinion. I mean, especially with Adam Brad Bill, like you said, like they have like just hell of lineups they can run. But damn, if anything, if that causes any problems, especially like the biggest one, like Kawhi Leonard, like just getting released from the league, that changes like I mean,
Just everything. I don't think
God,
they should. I don't
no.
think they should. If they suspend Kawhi Leonard, they should suspend him for the entire season because the Clippers they're used to him missing games. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if
Yeah,
they suspend Kawhi Leonard 25 games, bro's gonna love that. He's like, okay, cool. Like, I can
yeah,
legit rest because I'm not hurt. Like, I'm just resting. But like, no, the league need to come down hard on this because if they give the Clippers like a $5 million fine, granted that's $5 million, but it's like, all right, cool. Like,
but that
ain't
ain't
nothing
nothing,
really
bro.
affected. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to really make sure, like, hey, we can't
This
have this
don't
happen
happen
ever
again.
again. Yeah, I mean, granted, Kawhi Leonard's a hell of a player. He's not LeBron or Steph Curry, where it's like the league, the bottom line wouldn't be affected if Kawhi Leonard was missing because the league's been going on all this time with Kawhi missing all these games. So
Literally.
I feel voiding this contract would be insane. But I think if they could confirm this is true, he got to be done for the year. And now they got to move on this quickly because the season starts next month. So
If they confirm that this is true and Kawhi Leonard was getting money under the table, do you think that's like pure greed?
from
Because
him,
like you're already a millionaire. I mean, because like it had to be, it's optional for him to take the money from Steve Ballmer. You know what I'm saying?
true. I mean, I'm not gonna say greed. I think from Steve Ballmer, the Clippers standpoint, it's like how desperate were you for Kawhi to do this? You know what I'm saying? I feel like most NBA players, if somebody offered them that much money and they'd be like, oh, like this is bulletproof, then they would take it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's still like, I mean, that is a hard thing to pass up. But I mean, damn, how much like, because like they was gonna give you
He
a
got the
lot of
max
money.
anyway when he
Yeah.
when he
So
signed
it's
it.
like
Yeah,
I'm just like I feel like for somebody that wasn't necessarily getting a max, then it's like more incentive. It's like if you're getting a max, but I feel like it's like how much more do they need to show you that they want you? Like this is
Yeah.
we're giving you the
No, I'm
literal
with you.
max. Like how much
I'm
more
with you.
do yeah.
And the report now has come out too that when he was Toronto, he was like, "Hey, like him and his uncle was the manager at the time. His uncle actually asked the Raptors to do something similar to it, but I guess the Raptors denied the request. But that's crazy, man. And like if the rap, imagine if out of anybody, the Raptors is the one that screwed this guy over. They're like, hey, like no, we have this in text. Like this is Kawhi's camp asking for this. Like it's not impossible to think that they asked the Clippers for this as well. So
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy. Especially coming from somebody like Kawhi, who's like a really like reserved guy who stays out the way. I mean, everybody want their money, but like just somebody like him, just a reserved guy, like stay out the way. He don't really come in the media unless he just got some crazy like one-liners. Hey, ball, man.
So I mean, the Clippers last year, they had a good team. I mean, they won 50 games.
Yeah,
That first round series though, it was legit back and forth. They win a game, they win a game, they win a game. But game seven, it was ridiculous. It was a close game for 2.5 quarters, and then the end of that third quarter, Nuggets on the run, and then the fourth quarter, they just up about 30. And they just on the whole game. Kawhi Leonard doesn't even play in the fourth quarter, and then James Harden got subbed out. I think with 10 minutes left in that game. Like
yeah,
Ty Lue was like, it's over.
yeah.
Like we're rolling over, man.
I'm a the thing about James Harden too, like everybody always say like he ended up giving up in the playoffs, like we're like, like last game and stuff like that. I can't really put that loss on James Harden for them losing because he still did he have like 12 assists or something like that?
I don't remember anybody from Clippers standing out game seven, in my opinion.
He did now I know he had like I don't even know if he had double digits, which is a problem because if you're James Harden, you're James Harden. Like we don't need your assist numbers more than your points. I guess. I don't know. It depends. I mean, if they get blown out like that, it is what it is. But I feel like he was facilitating and getting people involved. And I'm not gonna kill James Harden. But yeah, that game seven was bad. I didn't think it was gonna go that way. I thought it was gonna be down to the wire, to like the buzzer. Like I thought it was gonna be like coming down to either like the last final possessions or like the last shot. The way it was looking, but then they just I don't it's like James Harden's never gonna beat these allegations, bro, because he was on the court. It's just like, okay, like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
I seen recovering dead man, the Nuggets from last year. Same as that record as the Clippers, but they had the tiebreaker, so the Nuggets were actually. But no, I think the Clippers was it Game Seven in Denver. I don't remember, but 50-32 last year. They did draft anybody in the first round. They lost Oklahoma City in round two this year, which I believe that series went 7 games as well.
Yeah.
They arguably played. They played the Thunder the best anybody played them really in the playoffs.
Apart from the Pacers.
Yeah. They lost Michael Porter Jr., Dario Sarge. They added Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Johnson, Jonas Valanciunas. So you got to think they lost one starter and added what is this 2, 3, 4 really solid rotational pieces. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Cam Johnson has a ceiling as Michael Porter Jr. does, but fit wise, he fits his team much better than Michael Porter Jr. Like Cam Johnson can shoot just as good as MPJ, if not, he's just not even more efficient. He could drive better than MPJ. He's going to be a better team defender. He's a willing passer. I think Cam Johnson can be a very solid pickup. And now the Nuggets finally have a legitimate backup center. You got to think, they've been having DeAndre Jordan these past few years where it's cool, but DeAndre Jordan doesn't give him anything offensively. You know what I'm saying? Like Jonas
Nothing at all.
Valanciunas is actually like a legitimate guy. He might go down there and get 12 and 6, 12 and 5, 10 and 8 some games. Like it really depends. Like there might be even some days where Jokers can be a DMP and they're going to get killed at the center position like they have these past couple years.
Yeah. And can he shoot free throws? Another thing, like days, like DeAndre Jordan, if you really need to slow the game down, hey, foul that man.
Yeah. So Denver, I mean, as long as you got Nikola Jokic, you're still going to be a threat every
Yeah.
year.
That
I
man.
mean, they lost to the best team in basketball last year. There's not a lot of shame in that. They lost to the best team in basketball last year in Game 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, well, you said they played them the best in the playoffs, and technically, is the finals the playoffs? Do that count as the playoffs, or is
Yeah,
like
it
the
goes as
playoffs to the
playoffs.
finals? Oh, yeah. But yeah. I mean, Pacers. I don't know who played them better. Because the Pacers, they was looking like they was gonna win.
True.
This time
Nuggets too,
Saliburn went
though.
down. Yeah, they was just
Yeah.
so OKC is not as unbeatable as everybody thought they was. I'll say that.
Yep.
Then going into this next year. the fact that they had troubles like that, and then like all these teams getting better, like, and then the Rockets, who was giving them just the Rockets was playing OKC good during the season. They just didn't have that push, which now they got that push that for that offense at the end. So it's gonna be an interesting season, man. But I mean, yeah, Denver, they didn't.
They got better.
Yeah, they got better. They got better. They needed to get better. Cause Jokic, I think he was getting to the point where he was not really happy with the organization.
They're losing Russell Westbrook too. I didn't mention that, but it's gonna be hard to see if that's gonna be like a major loss for them because when he brought it, they really needed the games he brought it, but then at times he was still kind of making some of that boneheaded plays. We'll see how they look at it from a backup guard standpoint. But I mean, it's the same story as always. It's like, hey, can Jokic stay healthy? Can Jamal Murray stay healthy? Can Aaron Gordon stay healthy?
Can
As long as you
Jamal
got those
Murray
three
hoop?
guys, as long as you got those
Like,
three guys, though, I mean, they should be the top 4, top 5 seed again in the West Conference.
yeah. Hey man, what's your consensus on Jamal Murray now though? Like Jamal
Been
Murray,
the
I
same.
I think that
Been the
Jamal Murray
same.
is exactly who we thought he was, man. Everybody keep on getting so big and hyped on that guy, but like every year in the playoffs, like he just, I mean, hell, even before the playoffs, I mean, he's not an all-star, but I think he's legitimately just not an all-star. I think people need to stop saying he's an all-star caliber player. He's just a good player. You know what I'm saying?
He's just a solid NBA guard at this point.
Yeah. Cause I mean, we can't keep saying Jokic and then Murray is an all-star caliber player every year, but like he's just not.
They can't also have it both ways where they say Jamal Murray is also level guard and Jokic have no help. Because both things can't be true.
Exactly, that can't be true. Because if he's an all-star level guard, then Jokic got help. Like that's plenty of
Exactly.
help if he's an all-star level guard.
Yep.
But because all these other teams, it's kind of two guys at the top.
Yeah, with Jamal Murray, they talk about him like he averaged 25, 30 a game, and he's never averaged that in like a
Never.
regular season. I don't know. We know he get hot, but the flip side is when somebody get hot, they can also stay cold. So that's why I just don't want to get too high on Jamal Murray at this moment. Talented player. He's cool.
Yeah, he good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd never say that with him. I mean, yeah, but I think I think he is who he is.
Yeah. I mean, if you're expecting Jamal Murray to have a career year this year, it's all right. Like, give it up. He's been in the league since what, 2014,
But there
2016?
there is people that expect him to do it. They're like, oh, like they could come out like Jamal Murray's gonna figure it out. Like this every single year. They're like, we know what Jokic is gonna bring, which is why like they're gonna be relevant because Jokic is who he is. Like that's no denying that, bro. He's honestly, I mean, he might be the best player in the NBA right now, depending on what you like. But Jokic, he has everything. He can do everything, and he's 7 foot on top of that. So, but Murray, man, there's people there. You're gonna figure it out. Denver's gonna be better. Like, yeah, but I don't think so. I don't think so,
Yeah.
man.
All right, man. Well, next episode, we'll cover the last 3 teams in the Western Conference and kind of wrap up this series before moving on. I will say that as a final touch up, I don't know if you saw it, but Josh Giddey agreed to a 4-year, $100 million deal. Giddey wanted $30 million a year. The Bulls basically offered him 20. Then they had offered him 22. And it's cool they kind of settled at 25. And the reason I'm talking to you about this is because maybe we'll see. We're still monitoring what's going to happen with Kuminga and Quentin Grimes. Yeah, one guy who was holding out, Cam Thomas agreed to that qualifying offer, so next year he will be an unrestricted free agent. Then Josh Giddey is under the contract for the next 4 years now. It's curious to see where this Kuminga saga leads into. Maybe by the time we shoot our next video, we'll have some more information about Jonathan Kuminga, but maybe not.
Yeah, they still talking about that man, bro.
That man holding the Warriors hostage, man. He's like, hey, y'all give me my money, cool, but y'all can't sign nobody else. Crazy cap situation in Golden State, man.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Well, appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
You think so?